It's exit only. It's only exhibitors.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to another Anime Expo vlog. I'm your lovely vlogger for the day, Evil Aniki. You can just call me Aniki, and as always, we're heading to Artist Alley. If you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, that's where we're going. Where I always go first for any convention, because Artist Alley is where it's at. And let me tell you, this year's Artist Alley was chaos. Oh my goodness. I was so glad that I went here day one right in the morning, because every other day it was just swamped. Like day 2, 3, 4, I could barely get in. In fact, it was so bad I just gave up trying to go back in. So I didn't get as much at Artist Alley this year because of that, but I was able to go through and get, you know, the stuff I really wanted to see.
Okay. We're about to make our way into Artist Alley.
And right outside the Artist Alley, they got a big Vogue Race sign. They do custom-made, you know, prints or merchandise if you want to sell for your booth and stuff. You can bulk order from them. But coming on straight in, you have to show your badge to get into Artist Alley. Why, I don't know. I've already scanned in at this point. It seems a little redundant. Yeah, I don't know. Security was a little, like, odd one this year. But here we are in this front section of Artist Alley. There's always, like, a bunch of smaller companies outside Artist Alley. And a lot of these companies are at smaller conventions as well, and they're usually in the dealer's hall. So it's really weird for them to be like situated in Artist Alley. I really wish Artist Alley would just be Artist Alley and like maybe the tattoos and stuff, because I don't think some of these companies deserve to be down here. Like last year I found a business down here that was selling hats and stuff, and they like had a big contract with Round 1 and stuff, so it didn't make any sense.
Whoa. Okay guys, we're heading on into the Artist Alley now. Let's see what we can see today. I had to change my battery, by the way. Died.
Yeah guys, I don't know what it was about this year's Anime Expo, but I had so many like camera issues. Like I had an SD card corrupt on me, and I had battery issues, and just left and right. It was a rough time. But we're gonna come up on the first purchase at Artist Alley here very, very soon. Like this is day 1, like right in the morning. But I'm gonna show you some of the footage from day 3. So we're gonna get to that in just a second here. Let me get to that. Here we are. Okay, so this is day 3, and already you can see there's so many more people here, and this is still pretty early in the morning, so it's not like this is like in the afternoon or anything, but you can see people are already chilling down here. A lot of people normally sit down here on the side, and this is, I think, one of the biggest flaws with Anime Expo, in my opinion, is there's not really like proper places to sit down. So everyone just sort of sits by the walls in like every single hall and the hallways and just wherever they can. Last year it wasn't so bad because there wasn't so many vendors and there was a lot more space to sit down, so it wasn't that big of a deal. This year they had like a normal amount of vendors, like, you know, pre-COVID amounts, and there's just no place to sit down. Like there's no benches, there's no chairs, there's nothing. I really think like Anime Expo needs to start providing places for people to sit down, because if you're going to be expecting people to be at cons for 12 hours a day, you really need to have some places for them to sit down, especially to like eat and stuff, you know, like. And I get they have like the manga lounge and all that jazz, but that had a line to get in this year, and it's like it's just different. Anime Expo's really changed over the years. All the viewing rooms are like in the hotels now, so there's not even like viewing rooms in the convention for anime anymore, like most conventions used to have. I feel like those are kind of like outdated anyway, and they never really get many viewers in them. So I get why it's kind of like gone the way of the dodo, but it still would be nice to like have a room where you can just go and relax and not be pressured to like buy and move and have to stand and, you know, all that sorts of stuff. But coming up on Mimic Tattoo here, they were the ones doing tattoos this year. Last year, they had a much bigger tattoo presence here at Anime Expo. They had like way more artists, I feel, or it was at least a bigger space. I feel like they really cramped them in this year, and as you can see, there's a lot of people crowding around because Aki Bright's right here as well. You know, shout out to my Aki Bright video when it comes out. I don't know, maybe next week. But yeah, check this out. There's all these artists here. Here's all their tattoos they're doing. They're doing like flash tats, which if you don't know is just like, you know, pre-made designs. And so there's probably like a million people walking around with like Pikachu or whatever their designs were. I'm not really into them. I think it's, you know, it's a good idea for a con if you want to come and get like a small little tattoo. But these things were like $250, and I don't know if they were necessarily worth it. I mean, maybe if there's an artist around that you're super into or you're friends with or you want like a memory, it's probably worth it. And I think each person had like their own little different prices. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't fond of any of the tats I was seeing. Like, there were lots of cutesy stuff and like very generic stuff. But that's not me. Like, I have to go for the anime girls. You know what I mean? Like, I want, you know, this one right here was pretty cool, but he didn't really have info out. And so it's like, I don't know how long his weight was or how much it was. And the table next to him had like all tattoos are booked for the day, so you have to come back day 4. Like, they do bookings each morning for each day, so it doesn't get sold out in like the first day, and you just have to watch people get tattooed and you don't get a chance. So, you know, if you go to Anime Expo, there is a chance you can get a tattoo if you get there early, but it was just, I don't know, not the type of environment I'd want to get a tattoo in. But, you know, tattoo shops aren't much better to begin with. They always got like some type of weird stuff playing on a TV. Although some of the anime shops are like pretty cool nowadays, so it's better. But yeah, so I'm just sort of walking around this front area, and as you can see, this place is getting really crowded. These businesses don't get as much attention as the artist alley itself, but they still get like a decent amount of people walking around here and doing stuff. And I'd say this area did much better this year than last year in terms of foot traffic, because last year it was a little bit more empty. And as you can see, a lot of these spots don't really get the foot traffic the artist alley does. Like, so why have them? Like, that's my opinion. Like, artist alley could have used way more space, and they just have all these businesses over here. I get they're paying to be here, and they're trying to make a, you know, they're trying to be more accessible to people, but like, artist alley is the demand for artist alley, and there's all this unused space that could be for artist alley. Like, I don't get it. Like, these companies don't need this much space. But this company's really cool. I like their art here. It was very pricey for their acrylic cutouts. I think it was like $18 for an acrylic cutout. I don't know what I'd even do with an acrylic cutout. You know, their characters are cool, but I just don't know. Yeah. But yeah, still trying to navigate the crowds here. It's very hard to get through. I wish they'd put like tape down to like sort of guide people, like go this direction on this side of the aisle, go this direction. Because a lot of people just sort of like stand, stop, stand, stop, stand, stop, and it's just really, it's just such of a mess. Artist alley is always pretty messy when it comes to like walking around. Yeah, look at this. There's just, what is any of this? Just, whatever. But back to artist alley. There is not that big of a crowd. Like day 4, it was wall-to-wall people, and you just could not get in. But our first buy of Artist Alley is from a booth we visited last year. It's operated by Denko. I think the booth store is called diemilko or milk, something like that. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. They have a lot of cool new stuff here this year. I bought some posters from them last year, and I got a shirt this year. But they had a lot of really cool stuff that I kind of regret not getting. Here I am wearing their shirt later in the day. But they also had like some really cool keychains, and this is the shirt that I got, and they had, you know, a nice little display for the shirt. They had some cute plushies this year, and then they had some Chainsaw Man keychains, which I kind of glossed over there, and a plushie. Look at this plushie. That's super cute. I almost got the plushie. I have too many plushies as it is, so I didn't. But I love this design. It's super, you know, the Goro design is just kind of cute and off-settling. But here's a close-up on those Chainsaw Man keychains. Really cool. But going on, we're just going to keep going through the Artist Alley. You know, it's really shocking to see, like, their booth next to, like, you know, such a cutesy booth. It's pretty it's like a juxtaposition. Let's keep going here. So as you can see, the crowds are pretty bad in here. That guy had a guitar. Like, he just should not, like, I don't know. Some people bring stuff to conventions and it's just like, why are you in the crowd? Go away. Get out of this crowd. There's a lot of booths here I recognize from like other conventions, so I'm not too worried about trying to run up to them because I know I'm going to be seeing them again, you know, at ALA or AX Chibi or Anime Pasadena. A lot more locals in Artist Alley this year, I feel like. Although there is a lot of people from out of town that come here specifically for AX, I feel like, you know, just a lot of... It's just, there's so many people for AX. AX is one of the biggest cons for a reason. But I saw this cute little bunny girl head sticker here. It's very glittery, and I just had to get it. So I stopped here and got this. Made a nice little chit-chat with the man working the booth here. Checked out the shirts. Thought there were some cute designs here. Didn't get them, though. I ended up getting a different shirt. We'll see that later in the video as well. But yeah, just stuck with that little sticker. Keep on going. Oh my goodness. And I'm putting as much chill music for this Artist Alley as possible because I was so stressed out in this crowd. This crowd was really bad. It's not usually this bad right away in Artist Alley. And from talking to people who went this year and who sold and all that, a lot of stuff was selling out day 1 and 2. It just everything was gone, you know, so normally a lot of people like to do like a Artist Alley rush through to see if there's any last minute deals on day 4, and I just don't think it's gonna be possible, especially if there's like gonna be more and more people coming to AX, you know, continually throughout the years. Like I you know, honestly, I feel like this is like crowd size, this is close to like 2019 levels, because last year was kind of small, right? Like they definitely limited ticket sales last year to an understandable amount. Even though people complained that it felt like they didn't, they definitely did. Because there was definitely way more people here this year. They were also faster at letting people in this year, and it was just a little bit more efficient. It's just the lines were longer because there was so many more people. I know a lot of people were complaining right after day 1, especially on TikTok, saying like, oh my god, look at these crowds. But I mean, yeah, you're looking at the opening ceremony for the exhibit hall. Like, calm down. Like, that's not how the whole convention is. Like, this is literally within, like, this is before 11 a.m. on Saturday in Artist Alley. Look at this. And then I came across this guy.
Man, which one's your favorite?
My favorites? They're all my favorites. These are like all the singles I could find. And these are like the sets. I got my corner of Bochi and the corner of Oshinoko.
Oh my goodness. Oh, all Bochi up here? This is crazy, man.
Yeah, all sets around the world. And then these are like strips of everything as well. So, yeah.
You know how much it weighs?
It's over 30. I suck on it.
Oh, you guys got some too. Oh, this is crazy, man. Oh man, I love it. Oh, so you guys got like chainmail, and they all are they all like rings?
They're all rings. All rings. They're all individual rings I just put together.
That's so genius. I love it.
Yeah, we weaved it all together.
I love that chainmail, like pin patch, mishmash. I don't even know what I was looking at. That was crazy though. That must weigh so much. I couldn't do that for a convention. Maybe for like 5 minutes and then I'd give it up. But yeah, just sort of going slowly here. Crowds are really starting to pick up down here. And actually, I feel like the crowds get worse the deeper you get into Artist Alley. I think the back left corner was really, really bad. By the time I'm ready to get out of Artist Alley, I think it's close to like, I don't know, like almost 12. Because I had to go to the Nikkei meetup after this. So yeah, but you know, guys, be ready for a Nikkei video because that's going to be coming out soon. I was honestly on the lookout for Nikkei stuff in Artist Alley. I was expecting to see a lot more. I did not see I only saw like one vendor selling Nikkei posters, and they weren't even my favorite characters, so I was a little sad. But here's a booth I went to last year as well, and they had this wonderful shirt collection here that they were selling, and I got this brown one here in the middle. I got this poster on the right already with like the honey girl, and they had this really cute design on the top left. I'm not pointing the camera at it. They didn't have it as a shirt, and they didn't have it as their little postcard sets here, and I was just a little bummed out about that. They have a lot of really cool designs here, and I really like this shirt. I don't normally do long sleeve shirts, so I got it in a t-shirt format. And I ended up wearing it again a little bit later, I think, as well. I went through like 3 shirts on this first day because it was just so hot. You know, even though it was overcast this day 1, just get like climatizing to being at a con, because this was my first con in a while. Like, I didn't go... Well, I mean, I went to Robo Toy Fest maybe in June, but like, there's just, it's, you know, we're starting the con season up, so cons are going to start kicking up again. And it's just good to be back. I also walked like 8 miles this first day of the con. So here's the Aniki posters. You can see them in the top left. I couldn't even get close to the booth. They had a crowd. And yeah. But it's just a niece and a Helm. And I don't really like those characters. You can see them again. They aren't my favorite characters. I just don't, you know, I don't know. I was really hoping to see like maybe a Modernia or like a Rappy or a Neon, or, you know, I'd really love to see some Alice or Viper. I really love Viper, or even Leader. You know, and a lot of these characters I'm talking about, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about because it's Aniki. It's the Goddess of Victory phone game. I've got some videos on my channel you guys can check out for it. I also play it and upload it onto my other channel, Extra Aniki. You know, they surprisingly do pretty well with the videos over there, so, you know, check it out. Love me my gotcha girls. But I pointed the camera over there just a second ago at Julie Egg. I normally stop by her booth. Didn't this time. I'm gonna catch her again at a different con. I'm trying to, like, you know, go to new people as well and see if anyone's got anything that really interests me, because it's not good. Like, as much as I love to go and see like people and, like, you know, buy from the same people over and over again, sometimes it's good to just like meet new people.
Not that bad this year.
I said it wasn't that bad at this moment, but it was really bad like the following days. Like, it was worse. But yeah, these crowds are starting to build up. It's starting to get a little bit later. Everyone's starting to funnel on down. Honestly, my advice for Anime Expo, if you ever come, you always have to like run all the way down to Artist Alley or wherever you're trying to go and get there early. If you want to get to the welcome ceremony, you have to be in that line. If you want to get to a panel, you have to be in that line. Like, you have to be there early. Like, because if you're not going to be there early, you're not going to get in there. Although I will say, the lines for some of the 18+ panels this year were not that bad. They were pretty small. And they didn't fill up completely. Like the FAQ and the J18 panels that I ended up going to, not that packed. I was really shocked. Normally the, you know, those types of panels just fill up to the brim. But here I am making another purchase. This is YuzuFever. This is a little Genshin gacha. Don't know who the character is, don't play Genshin, but I love cat girls. But check them out. I bought something from them last year, and they were the only person to leave like a, you know, a comment saying like, oh, that's my booth from last year's AX video. So you know what? I went and I bought one of their exclusive little pins for their brand, because why not? You know, like, you know, if you're a vendor and you're watching this video, leave a comment and maybe I'll check out your booth. You know what I mean? Like you gotta point it out to me. I love people who interact. You know, that's the big thing for me, is interact with, you know, with my vlogs, right? And then here's a little cool sticker booth that I checked out. I had a nice little combo with this guy. I was checking to see if he had any like Aniki stuff, because he seemed like the type of guy who might have some Aniki stuff, but he didn't. So I got 4 stickers here. I got the toga from My Hero Academia here in the center, and then I got the Office Lady Supremacy, and then, oh god, what were the other 2 that I got? I believe I got, I think I got a Picora sticker on the right. It's not, I'm not pointing my camera at it at the moment, but it's over there. And I think I got a 4th. Maybe I only got 3. I think I got a 4th. I'm almost positive I got a 4th. Oh, and I got a Boji sticker. The one where she's like got a trash can on her butt. Right down there in the bottom. Right under Anya. If you guys haven't seen Bocchi the Rock, be sure to check it out. It's one of my favorite animes. It's so good. The storytelling is really, really good in that show. Oh, and I just realized I missed a sticker there with that tongue. I believe that is Froppy from My Hero. And he had a lot of cool posters. He's the artist for this booth. I had a little convo with him, but yeah, a lot of cool stuff here. I tried to get stuff that I thought was fun. would look good next to some of my other stickers. I like Pecora, guys. I don't know. I don't really watch Pecora's content, but I loved her design so much. But yeah, that was my last purchase here in Artist Alley. We're gonna go through the video, you know, just a little bit slowly now and just check out some of these last remaining booths and check out the last line. I went through almost everything. I think there was like one little part that I missed, but I went through it on my own on a different day. And it was just too packed for me. Oh my goodness. These crowds right here are probably the best they were the entire weekend, because after this it just slammed, and you're gonna see in this video in a moment where it just starts to like pick up and I get slammed so hard. Yeah, so now we're in like the back corner and I'm trying to make my way through, and I don't understand if like it's just me or if it's like all the popular artists like on Twitter or something must be back here. I can't even see the booths at this point. Like there's just crowds forming of people standing and staring, and you can't get close at all. Like half the people aren't even looking at the booths, they're just walking in circles. Like it's just driving me insane. There was a lot of, you know, I feel like a lot of like new attendees this year. Because I feel like the last real AX was in 2019, and 2020 got canceled. 2021 was online only, and then 2022 they capped ticket sales, and not everyone went. And this year was like the first return to form, and definitely like I feel like there's a lot of people who like, and I mean in general it's a lot of people like they haven't been to cons, you know, like because there's, you know, they were shut down for like 2 years, right? So a lot of like, you know, people who now have money because they're working and stuff weren't going to cons and whatnot, and it's just, it shows. Like a lot of people were complaining on TikTok and all that jazz, and it's very clear that they've never been to an anime convention, especially like AX. AX is definitely different than a lot of other anime conventions. I'd say all anime conventions have a crowd issue. Anime is very popular. If I was to change anything about Anime Expo, I would maybe make it longer, like, you know, add more days to it. I know it like would be a little bit odd, but I feel like we're getting to the point where it's just like, how many things can we cram into a single day, into a single hall? I know they're going to expand the convention center at some point, but that's not going to come for like another many years. And I think just adding more days would solve a lot of things, because if you could go and have more opportunities to buy stuff and like maybe limit crowds to a certain number of people per day or something, it would be so much better than whatever was happening this day. But yeah, so this has been Artist Alley. I've got a whole bunch of videos coming up for Anime Expo. Look at my list here. I'm going to be having a video on Aki Bright and his panel. I've got a video for VTubers. I met my friend Chiffon. I did a video with him last year, so be sure to check that out. I've got a video for day 2. I don't know what that means. I just have a lot of footage from day 2. And then, of course, the Nikkei meetup and the day 3 and 4 stuff, which is when there was less crowd, so I was able to run around and do a lot of the exhibit hall stuff, and you'll see that in the video. But thanks for watching today's video, guys. I hope you liked this. I hope you maybe learned something, and, you know, if you like Artist Alley, leave a comment down below. If you have a booth in Artist Alley, leave a comment down below. But, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. You know, it'll probably be out in a couple days. I'm going to be having a lot of videos coming out for Anime Expo. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.